What's up, T&J fam? Welcome to my new house.
T&J, we are a family. Every single day, we are a family. I'm okay 'cause you're here with me. We are a family. We are family.
All right, so like we told you guys, we had a special treat for you, and the treat is we bought a brand new house. But before I take y'all on the official tour, you already know, I need you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click that bell. Click the bell and follow our social media links down below. Okay, so you guys, this is the official T&J family unfurnished pre-renovation house tour because a lot is about to happen. But I'm gonna take y'all along with us. So when you first walk in, this is our two-story foyer. So we really wanted a grand area for you to come into and just to make a statement. And like I always envision, having like a big round table that you can walk around, the beautiful floral arrangement, the humongous chandelier coming down. So when I walked into this house, that's exactly what it gave me. And I'm a big Christmas fan. And I was just like, I can perfectly fit my 25 foot Christmas tree right here. But right off of here, we have our office. So this is gonna be our home office. I really loved it. I love that it's literally right off of the front porch where you get to like look out into the street and see all the greenery and stuff like that. And I love the recessed lighting and all the beautiful trim work that's in here. But like I said, a lot is about to get done. So the next time you see it, it will literally look completely different. But we really wanted a dedicated office space that was not gonna be used as 2 or more rooms. It was just gonna be a dedicated office space where we can come in and work. And we got that. So right across the hall here, there is a beautiful formal dining room. So as you guys can see, there's some paint on the walls right now. So we are about to start painting in the house, but we wanted to show you guys exactly what it looked like as we bought it. We have these beautiful big windows here, gorgeous trim work all throughout, this amazingly old chandelier that I cannot wait to take out. It really just gave us like a really grand feeling, and we wanted to have, again, another dedicated space where when we get family together for holidays, parties and stuff like that, we just have a really nice area to entertain in. So coming back this way, we have finally, thank God, a guest suite on the main floor. So this is going to be our guest bedroom. Sorry about the lighting, it was a little dark in here. Can't wait to take all this out, but we got custom closets that are put in that may or may not be getting changed out. But we felt like it was just a great guest bedroom, and like one thing that we were missing, especially for like grandparents, is they either had to go upstairs with us or go downstairs in the basement to have their own living quarters, and the grandparents are getting kind of old, so we wanted to have a space on the main floor that they could stay.
Ain't nobody come and stay at my house. What's up, guys? I see Joyce has already introduced you to this mega mansion that I didn't buy. But
technically, a mansion has to be 8,000 square feet. So we're not there yet.
When my basement then it'll be 8,000.
We're almost there though, it's like 75. But this is the bathroom that's on the main floor, and it's the little details that matter. Come on, LED lighting. You never. But anyway, we just got a basic, it's not basic, but it's just a basic bathroom to me.
Which I do want to change out the tile, but everybody's telling me to pace myself. They don't want me to spend the budget that I want to spend.
Yeah, but like in the future, I can see like us taking this out, just having this just be a shower, redoing the tile, just sprucing it up a little bit.
So coming in here is the formal living room. So you guys kind of know what ours look like from our last house tour. So this is a lot more space. Our interior designer is getting on me because I want to leave the TV here. They want to put artwork here, but the plan is to take this fireplace out and tile it up, which I think will give it a bit more modern look. But I also kind of like bookshelves. We're just going to change the color and kind of put some little nice decor to go with the color scheme that we're going with in here. But one thing I really like is all the natural light too. So all of these these windows, kind of see right into the backyard, but I'm very eager to kind of see how the design comes together we have. But you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I feel like with this space, it has a lot of character, and it's gonna be a challenge because of the trim work. It makes it kind of have more of a traditional feel, and we're going for more modern. But like, I mean, just look at the trim work that's like on the ceiling and, you know, around the walls at the top, around the windows.
These ugly blinds that they have here right now.
All the blinds are coming out ASAP.
So this part this is real like fancy-ish. So this is a Butler's pantry. So I guess you could just kind of like serve here. This is where you put your fine china and stuff like that, which we don't have any, so I'm gonna have to go buy some just to put in here for show.
Or you can make that the breakfast area, like the coffee bar.
I don't drink coffee, so that'll be a waste too. Either way, I feel like I'm gonna be spending money on something I'm not gonna use just to look nice for y'all. So I'll tell you whose idea that was.
Dad gets what dad wants. True indeed. But coming over here, we have the kitchen. But before we get into the kitchen, look at the pantry. So a big factor that we really wanted was we really wanted to have a nice walk-in pantry where we just had a lot of storage. Clearly, as you guys saw in our last house tour, we just did not have any space whatever. It was just like a little door, you open it up, and it was just like a simple little closet. Yeah, so we really wanted to just have like a dedicated space where we could come in and just like store it. Everything and have it completely out of the way. Right now we got water that's in our pantry, then we got some in the dining room. Like it's a mess. So I'm glad that we were able to finally get the space that we wanted. But then you come out of the pantry and you have our beautiful kitchen.
Well, it's not really beautiful right now. The best thing about the kitchen right now is the appliances, which I like. So I've always wanted my double oven. Let me start over here. So
tell them the importance of why.
Okay, so when we first got our first house, the house that we were building from the ground up did not, you know, we got to make all the selections. And one thing that I wanted was a double oven. I didn't get it because we didn't end up going with that house. But I did get a chance because we didn't finish building, so we had to move into a home that was the exact same as ours, but it lacked a couple of details. One being the double oven. So, because I'm the one who majority cooks, this is super important to me. We also have a trash compactor, which I think that's just real bougie, like. But coming from the small trash can that we had and how many times we had to take out the trash, I'm sure this would be helpful. This is the stove
that Terrell is currently cleaning.
I am cleaning, so it's no grills right here. I'm soaking them, which I think is awesome as well, just having a built-in. It just gives it a more like fancy look. I'm here for it. This is something that we had no idea about, and I'm actually like falling in love with it. It's called a pot filler. So instead of having to go over to the sink and put some water in a pot whenever you're making, you know, whatever you're making, or you want to boil some water, you can actually just do it from here. So this dispenses water, and you can just put it right over your pot. Dope, right? Down here we have like a fridge, like a wine cooler type of area. We'll probably just put waters and things like that to free up some fridge space since we don't drink wine. Dishwasher, I'm changing out all of this. So the kitchen is gonna look completely different, guys. So just kind of remember this look, this old granite, which is actually funny because this is the same granite that we had
in our house before we did our renovation. So yeah, we went back to it.
Another thing that I'm super excited about is this fridge. Again, everything is dirty, guys. We haven't had a chance to clean it, but our other fridge, we started to see that we were lacking space. So as the kids get older and we're making meals for them, we were lacking a ton of freezer space. So we actually have multiple drawers and options. And this all came with the house. Didn't have to go and buy it. I just have to thoroughly clean it because I'm a germaphobe.
But as we get out of the kitchen, we have the breakfast nook area. So again, you see some paint on the wall. Ignore that because you guys will get to see it finished. But this is our breakfast nook. So this is where we'll probably be eating the majority of our meals. But love that it has like the big windows right here. Overlooks the backyard, which is very beautifully done. And it'll just be our little family eating area. And then we come into the family room here, which again is very grand. You got the vaulted ceilings at the top. You have, again, the trim work, which I kind of wish that I could just take all of the trim out and throw it away. Our interior designer did say that like once it's painted and decorated that it's gonna look and feel completely different, so I'm gonna trust our vision. Again, we taking all of these little blinds out, replacing them, and just painting everything. This fireplace I actually really am excited about because it's a real wood fireplace, but we're gonna take this out and we're gonna do a custom fireplace. So if you guys saw our last house tour, you will see that we already did a project like that. So we're very familiar with the process, but this will be completely different. And again, it'll be going up the wall to kind of make another grand statement piece. And then off of the family room, you have our desk area. So this will probably be where the kids, when they get older, come and like do their homework, all of that good stuff. So we will kind of sprucing this up. And then you have our garage, which the kids are in there right now, so I'm not gonna take y'all in there. And plus they have some contractors doing some work. But we do have a 3-car garage now instead of 2, which we desperately needed. And then this is our laundry room, which you guys will see this another time as well. But I really love this because right now, like, our laundry room is like really small and there's like, it's not really usable in the way that I would want. I already have the cabinets in there, which are going to be changed out. We already have like the line for the sink. We're gonna add like custom cabinets, space. We're gonna add a place to like fold your laundry. Like, it's gonna look completely different. But I'm gonna take you outside so you can see the backyard. All right, so this is our beautiful backyard. So I remember coming out here the very first time we saw this house, and I was just like completely amazed with just how well done it was. Clearly we have the retaining wall in the back, complete with all types of like different plants and stuff like that. That gives it a really cute vibe. Previous owners did leave a trampoline, which I did thoroughly test out, and it was amazing. You know, just the yard itself is just like really beautiful. I think if I could have had it my way, I probably would have gotten a little bit of a bigger yard just so we could add a pool. I have some ideas for that. But anyway, like, it's just very well done, very elegant. Like I said, the way they did the trees, the landscaping, everything about it is just beautiful. I'll actually run up so you guys can see how big it is. So they actually have these steps that you can come up to the retaining wall, where you can go and like the kids can go and jump up here. But I love that they have like lighting already on the landscaping, so at night it shines up on the trees to kind of illuminate this space. So like if we ever do like a party at night or something like that, you guys will be able to like see how beautiful like the landscaping is. And then also we have an irrigation system now, which we don't have at our current house, but it literally raises up out of the grass and then like make sure everything gets sprayed and covered properly so that we can keep it looking nice. But this is our backyard. So now I'm gonna take you guys upstairs where all of the bedrooms are. As you guys can see, no carpet at all. So that was a really big feature for us. So we did not want any carpet in the room or in the house at all. So I'm glad that we were able to get that. But as you come upstairs to the right, we have Ashton's room, or what will be Ashton's room. So crazy enough, tray ceilings in the room. His room will actually look over the front yard out into the street, but he has 2 really big windows to give him a lot of natural light coming into it. He also has a custom walk-in closet, which is gonna come quite in handy for him. His closet now, I would say, is probably bigger than what this one is, but I think he's gaining a lot more, especially because he'll have his own bathroom. Well, a bathroom that he'll share with his sister, but he'll have his own vanity area. So this will be completely for him. We'll probably decorate it in dinosaurs or something. That's what he loves right now. Dinosaurs or something so that he can have for himself. And then he and Aria will actually share the shower and the toilet area. But I do love that it's separated by a door, so they'll both have their own spaces. But I really love this. I love that they have the recessed lighting like built into it. They also have a speaker in here too that's built in that you can like Bluetooth music to. So like when we're doing bath time, we can play like songs and have a good time in here. But then Aria also has her own side as well, which is a little bit bigger. I think she's a girl and we do her hair, so like I feel like she needs it. But it also has the LED lighting as well in here. But then after we come out of here, we come into Aria's room. So again, pretty much the same setup. The tray ceilings in here, then you also have the 2 big windows. Aria's room actually overlooks the backyard and part of the neighbor's yard. But she also has a walk-in closet as well. That's really, I think it's actually kind of bigger than Ashton's a little bit. But either way, they both have really big closets now. So I think it'll just be kind of the same same, but I think they'll love being able to have like their rooms really, really close together. But then as we come out, we have a beautiful look of the 2-story foyer. So this is exactly like what I envisioned when I thought about what I wanted my next house to be. I wanted to be able to overlook the foyer and be able to look down and just like see exactly like what I've accomplished, and to look at like the chandelier hanging right here and everything. So this was exactly the vibe that I was going for. So as you can see, we have some steps here that leads up to the bonus room. So this is the flex room that we have that is literally lined with windows that overlooks the backyard, which again is just like a beautiful view. It does have the vaulted ceilings in here as well that are really, really high, that kind of opens up and elongates the space. So this room will probably be like Terrell and I's personal man cave in a sense. But this will be like our lounge area. I can also see it being like a game room in a sense, where when we have like, you know, friends and stuff over, we can just kind of come up here and like hang out and stuff like that. So I feel like this room just gives us multiple options to be able to just do whatever we want to do with it. So I really love that we have that. One thing that I really and truly love about this house, wait a second, don't peek. But one thing that I really love about this house is the separation of bedrooms. Right now, we're kind of all literally right across from each other, and we're like all on top of each other. So I love that the kids are literally on the other side of the house and they have their own space. Terrell and I over here. And then this will be a guest bedroom or a future nursery, and whenever we decide to have another baby. But this, again, you got the vaulted ceilings that, you know, again, to open up the space. Double windows that overlook the front yard. This bedroom also has an ensuite bathroom, which is really nice. All right, so I love that like guests will be able to have their own little setup when they come over and stay. Love that you have this, which is really, really nice. Yeah, it's just like the perfect area just to have for a guest room. And then we also have a really, really, really big walk-in closet over here too, with custom built-in. So I do love that the house already came with built-ins and a custom closet. That just gives us a lot more like options, especially because right now Terrell and I at our current house, we use 2 closets. We have a closet for our regular clothes, and then we have a closet for our winter clothes too, because it doesn't all fit. But guess what? Problem solved at this house. I can't wait to show y'all. But yeah, like I think this is just like perfect for, you know, guests to be able to come in and, you know, especially because our mom just came and spent 3 weeks with us. So this would have been perfect for her to lay out her clothes. Or like I said, in the future, whenever we do decide to have another baby, it'll be perfect just to have all of his or her stuff just right here and right next to us. So that being said, we have a hall closet here just for some extra storage. Put like the little vacuum cleaner and stuff in here, extra linen. But this is where the magic happens.
Not my space, bro. All right, so I'm gonna welcome you to my master bedroom. You hear the echo, echo, echo. So if y'all thought our last bedroom was big, this is like huge. One thing I really like, again, just coming up here, what they kept throughout the house is the natural light. So we have the big windows here. We have this own kind of like sitting area with a light right here. So in case you just want to chill out over here. All of this space, which I don't know how to fill up, but just all this bedroom space. So like I said, we got them to leave the TVs. I'm gonna definitely put a bigger TV to cover this, all this wall space. Vaulted ceilings with a little lighting in the background.
Okay, so
you can say all this. Listen, the room speaks for itself.
So
and
this
is not even
does
done
have
yet.
the illuminated edge, and it just gives you like a really good vibe. And then also there's the vaulted ceilings in the sitting area as well. And it just makes it like another like really complete statement piece area where you can just really deck it up and do it up and just make it really nice. But Terrell showed
He's a statement piece like he's been watching HGTV. Listen, it's none of that. So, y'all ready for this? This is the bonus, okay? BAM! So, welcome to my bathroom. Again, just tons of space in here. Way bigger than our current bathroom. You got mirrors so you can check your fit before you leave. You have all this drawer space. So in our other house, we kind of had just a split cabinet, and so it wasn't really efficient. So we have all this drawer space so Jarvis can keep his stuff on his side, and I have my own space. We have our walk-in shower. That had sprayers here, 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 and up here. Okay? So listen, this is an oasis, okay? It's not just a shower.
And it's themed.
It's an oasis. Not to mention we have heated floors in here for when you get out. So we're still actually trying to figure out how to work this stuff. Then you walk over and you have our freestanding tub with the TV built in. Okay, so you can, just like hotels. Now, you tell me who's watching television, a Netflix show, while just sitting in the tub, okay?
First of all, Tara don't even like taking baths. Like,
no, but I will now because I couldn't watch TV. And you got a plug right here for your phone, so I can have my phone. I got my little tray right here, and I got my TV all set up.
Boy, whatever. So I love this because too, it has like the really good updated features. So like, look at that little rainfall edge. Come on. But anyway, like it's just, they did a really good job, and I think we're just gonna take it and just make it 10 times better.
Yeah, and then this is just the toilet area, the bathroom.
What is the technical term of that room?
What?
It's a water room.
I don't know how that. But that's it for the bathroom, guys.
Please, let me show y'all what you really came here for, okay? This right here.
I don't think they're ready for it. I don't think they're ready for it. Maybe we should save it for the next video.
Are you sure?
The closet,
baby, let me tell you something. We work our off, okay? We work that out. And we deserve to have this right here. As you guys saw in our last house tour, I was like trying to push the
and that
hangers.
was custom. That was
custom. And I was trying to push the hangers to create more space, and I didn't have any. So you know what I did? I went out and I went and got us a closet that'll be able to fit all of our stuff. But like, I mean, you literally cannot get any better than this. Like, I love it. You could, but you know, we did good. But you know, like you have like the custom island that's built in that is gonna be changed. You got drawers on each side, so Tara will have his side, I'll have my side, and then at the bottom,
some hampers.
Got your hampers that pull out. If we don't have a whole lot of jewelry, but like if you had jewelry and stuff, I think there's like a drawer for it and all kind of stuff. You have a vanity over here that's also LED, same style that you can, you know, come and if I beat my face, you know, I could come and sit down and do it right here, but I don't. So I don't know what we're gonna use this for, but we'll figure it out.
Good selfies. It'll
selfies.
probably be some good selfies, like.
But over here, like literally, you guys saw that we have a ton of shoes. So we have pretty much a whole wall that's like built for the shoes. But then we also have some extra space here on the sides too, that if we wanted to like continue building it out, or if you guys know we consistently buy shoes, especially this one, we can just continue it around the sides to add even more space.
Like weird, it's kind of like disappearing. When you look at it, it doesn't look like it slants as much as it does, but it does.
This is literally the crown jewel of the house, in my opinion. Like, I felt like we hit the lottery. When I walked in here, I was like, Tara, this is like literally some people's bedroom, and this is our closet. Like, I don't know, it's amazing. But like, you know, we are gonna do some changes to update it. Like, Tara wants to take this.
Don't tell them. Y'all just gonna see. When I just pop out, I'm gonna just pop out, and y'all gonna be like, what? And I'll link some of these clips back in, but just know, all this gonna be different. So if y'all think it's nice now, just wait until
we put our touch on it.
Until I'm done with it, okay?
But I think you guys have pretty much saw oh wait, we have a whole basement. So it's unfinished, which I love because that means that we get to go in and design it exactly how we want it. But come on, I'll take y'all down there real quick.
Peace, I got things to do.
Also, one of the things that I love, a feature that I love about this house is that it's central vacuuming. So like all you have to do, how does this work, Tara?
So you have to go buy the system because I feel like they took it.
Yeah, I think all you have to do is like.
But you just plug in and it goes all the way, it's like built in the wall, so it just goes all the way to this one central canister, so you don't have to carry around a vacuum like up floors and stuff like that. So you just plug it in, start the vacuum, and it goes all the way, which I think the location is in a garage, where you can throw it away.
Oh, so it just empties into the garage.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's like really functional for a lot of reasons too. And I think they're everywhere, right?
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna take you to the basement.
All right, guys. So let's get down here into the basement. Turn these lights on. So the basement is about 2,300 square feet. So it's really, really big. But this room right here, we envisioned this being the kids' playroom. So there's this place in Atlanta that you guys have saw. We've had the kids' birthday party there, but it's like a whole toy room that has like different levels built in. Like it's just amazing. So I want to turn this, actually it was Tara's idea. I give him props. We want to turn this into the complete kids' dream playroom. I would love to have like a jungle gym built at the top to where they can climb up and then they can play to like really maximize the space, and then just create like a big toy land at the bottom to where they can come in and play, and then have their setups here to where they can come and do schoolwork and all kinds of stuff like that. But like that's a really, really big feature of having a basement that's unfinished, because you get to come in and kind of add your personal touch to it. But as we come in here, I envision this being like the living room space. So I actually, since we don't have a pool, I actually really want to turn this into an indoor pool. Terrell kind of feels like the maintenance on it will be a lot. But I feel like we already have 3 different living spaces at this point in the main house. So I feel like, you know, we don't really need another living room. So I would really love to just like make this area just an indoor heated pool with a little spa, jacuzzi. As we come over here, we have a linen closet that'll be right here. This will be the bathroom. Crazy enough, guys, this is giving me like deja vu in a sense, because I remember walking into our current home and it was literally just boards and wall and cement and all kind of stuff like that. And literally it's done now. So I can see the vision. I know how it comes together. We'll probably start this project early next year. But yeah, like, you know, this will be our bathroom. So the toilet and vanity will be over here. This is where the shower will be eventually. And we're gonna this is gonna be a bathroom, okay? And then adjacent to it is gonna be the bedroom. So this room has the 2 windows, kind of the exact same setup that we have in our current basement with the bedroom. Actually, that one only has 1 window, so you'll have 2 windows down here. But this will be another area for, you know, when people come over to visit from out of town, they'll have their own dedicated space where they can come into and be able to hang and chill out. Here is going to be our home gym, more than likely, because it has some windows and stuff like that, but we'll probably make this into a gym. I would love to turn this whole wall glass and then put like the treadmills and like the workout gear, some TVs on the wall and stuff like that right here. But Tara really wanted to have a home gym. So as you guys know, we have been on a fitness kick and we work out 3 days a week with our trainer. Oh, and I left this door open. Let's lock that. But we do work out 3 days a week with our trainer, but I would like to have a gym at home to where, you know, when I'm feeling in the mood, I can just come down here and work out here. But coming on to the other side of the basement, we have another area, and I don't know what we're gonna really do with this area. I do know that we do want to have a studio. We turned our office into a studio at our current house, and I know we do want to have a dedicated space where we can come and record, but this time the studio is going to be completely different because it'll have lights, it'll have production, it'll have the green screen set up, it'll have the cameras that like are built into multiple areas, so we can really put on production for you guys. So I know that you've been kind of upset at us because we haven't really been posting as consistently as we want to, but clearly you guys can tell we've had a lot going on. But we could potentially turn this room into our studio where we can come and just film. Over on this side, this is probably gonna be our bar area. I think it's already like the perfect setup where we can just like hang a TV right here, have the bar area like come out to here, have another area back there where we can put the drinks and stuff, just a bar with bar stools right here where you can sit into. I think it's already the perfect indention for it, so this more than likely will be our bar. And then we walk over here. I'm thinking we could close this wall off to make this part a dedicated room. Close this wall off and allow this to be the door that goes into the movie theater. So this space is pretty big already. It's a little bit bigger than our current movie theater. So I feel like we could potentially put like at least 6 to 8 chairs in here. The only bad thing is that like now that I've been through the process of finishing a basement, I know that the walls are gonna come out some when they frame it up and when they put the sheetrock on it. The ceilings are probably gonna drop because of where the wires are and the ductwork for the air. So I don't know how much room we're gonna have to work with after it's all finished, but I do think we probably get like 6 to 8 chairs in here. We'll be able to have just a dedicated movie theater, probably put a projector screen on this wall and just like 100 inches or something like that. Just have that dedicated space. And then the last area, which I'm truly excited about, is the storage room. So right now in our house, we literally have no storage, nowhere to put things. So in this house, I was really glad that we have just a whole room that is dedicated just to putting Christmas trees, boxes, anything that like is excess. We can just come and put it down here and it'd be a whole room for it that can have its own door and it can look however it can look. But I am really happy about just having like a dedicated space for storage. But overall, guys, like this basement literally gives us so many options. It's ridiculous. It's a blank canvas. I can do it how I want to do it. I can build it how I want to build it and really just make it our own space. I was really excited to get an unfinished basement because I've been through the process already and I know what it takes to actually build it and what it can become. With that, guys, that completes our house tour. So I'm so glad that we were able to take you along with us and that you're able to share this milestone with us. But clearly, we have a lot of work to do. Tomorrow starts the renovation process and it's a lot of work. So with that being said, I love you guys to death. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click that bell. Follow our social media links down below. But you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of my house. Peace!